What's up, YouTube? It's a beautiful Sunday morning. We woke up, we're alive, we're making it happen, guys. We're not just gonna sit around, we're gonna go do something. So I'm gonna go drive by another foreclosure, maybe two. I don't know why, because I really don't have the money to buy them. Now considering that I have all this money locked up in two of them. But I think it's good practice, and you need to know the market that you're in and always learn something. You can always learn something, and the way you learn something is by doing. So that's important. And I really wasn't going to drive the Porsche, but I missed the Porsche so bad, man, that I just needed to get in it. I start thinking to myself, like, a normal person that was going to, that bought this Porsche or that spec'd it out, that got it, that owns it, probably wouldn't drive it on a day like this that's cloudy. A little bit of rain happened this morning. It's probably going to rain again. And I thought, dude, why would I not drive the Porsche when it has wet mode? I mean, guys, it has wet mode. It's asking me to go out in the wet. So I'm out, bro. I'm out here. I'm outside, like they would say. We outside, YouTube. In the Porsche, we outside today on a Sunday. Gonna drive past some foreclosures because we have wet mode. If it rains, we're just gonna throw it in wet mode, and it's allowed. So it's not gonna depreciate the car. People aren't gonna talk shit in the comments. Everything's gonna be okay. We're in wet mode. We're good, man. We're good. So I start thinking to myself, it's not normal to drive this car. Like, a normal person that owned this car probably wouldn't drive it right now. So then I start thinking, I don't know if I'm crazy or what, or if this is gonna like steer you guys away from the channel, but I start thinking about, like, what's normal? Like, what does normal actually mean? And I guess, normal is different for everybody. All humans adapt to their environment. I guess it's like a blessing and a curse, Normal is a very powerful concept to me. What is normal? And I think normal is different to everybody. Like, I developed a concept in my head for my normal, for me to be strong and tough and resilient and hustle. Every day I'm working out to try to gain muscle or gain strength every single day, to not lose my strength. I'm always looking for opportunities to make money. I'm always trying to find different avenues and different things I can learn to improve myself. I'm always trying to get my diet to the next level, to put the fork down, to make sure that I, am as nutritious as possible and as health conscious as possible, because I know if I'm not, it could be detrimental when I get older. But I have fallen into, ruts in life, or, down times in life, to where my normal wasn't what it is today. For instance, when I was working for that guy that, I was supposed to be partners with, and he didn't appreciate everything I was doing, and ultimately my efforts made him very rich and very wealthy, and he wasn't appreciative of it, and he didn't do the things that he was supposed to do. But I needed that paycheck every single week because I had to feed my family, man. I was the guy walking through the grocery store, like I told you in the old videos, with a calculator, making sure I didn't overspend on groceries. And that was me. That was actually a reality. And it was a big deal, man, because every dollar counted. We needed every dollar to survive, and I fell into in a rut to where I had to get that paycheck every single day. I wasn't thinking outside the box, and I was just going through the motions and just upset with myself and down in the dumps. And it was my normal. You know what I mean? It was my normal to go to work every single day and just pay the bills and just get by. And I was okay with that. And I had to come to just accept that that was the way my life was supposed to be. And I mean, this guy was walking around with a $250 pair of jeans every single day that he'd get dirty in the shop. And, he had a big money watch on, a big money ring, a gold chain. Like, this guy was very wealthy, was, driving a $100,000 car. And, I was worried about putting gas in the car. Like, I would try to, be as frugal as possible with everything that I spent, so my family could have what they needed to have. Meanwhile, putting in more work than this guy was putting in and not reaping the benefits of that work. He was the one that was enriching himself, and I was the one that was doing the slave labor. So after a while, man, I had to make a change. I had to make a very conscious change in my mindset. I had to just not accept where I was at and get out of the normal aspect of things, and just say that, man, I need to better my life. This has become too convenient for me, even though I was upset. I just didn't have the right mindset to where I was actually going to change what was going on. I was just accepting the situation and just dealing with it, going through, Monday through Friday. And, when you accept the situation and it's completely normal to you, and I guess it's normal to do that. Like weeks go by, months go by, years go by, and you're just stuck in the same shitty situation. And really all you just need to do is you need to change your mindset to where you're set, that you're going to get out of there, you're going to figure a way out. And that's the most important thing. Not being normal, not being comfortable, getting out is the most important thing. And once I changed my mindset to do that, I was able to get out of that situation and better myself and my family and my life for the future. I had to actually fight, that natural human instinct of just, dealing with things and considering that is actually a normal behavior. And me accepting that, and just dealing with it was so crippling to me. Like I was so unhappy and so distraught and so miserable because I just accepted that and dealt with that and stood there with my hand out every Friday for my paycheck. And like when you consider something normal, that just leads to acceptance. And when you accept something and it's just normal to you, that leads to inaction. Like you're not doing anything about it. And inaction keeps you in that normal, shitty situation. So I challenge you guys, man, to just look around yourself and look at your life. Just see what's going on around you. What is your normal? Have you just accepted where you're at right now because it's comfortable? You're comfortable and it's your normal? Does it upset you? Is it normal to be poor? Is it normal to be weak? Is it normal for you to, hang out with guys that, think the same way? This is a pretty nice neighborhood. I mean, is normal what you've allowed your body and mind to be accustomed to? You need to be very aware of what you consider normal. Normal is where you'll actually end up unless you identify it and you decide that that's not where you want to be right now. And if you do, you just got to change it. And that's completely your call and up to you. You can change your situation if you really want to, but you got to go against the norm. But that's at least my 2 cents on the situation. And when I'm out driving this car and enjoying this car and looking at foreclosures and thinking that my life is pretty good, but I'm actually not where I want to be, but I'm getting closer to that financial freedom every step I take, every dollar I make, every dollar I kidnap, every dollar I reinvest. Like I appreciate where I'm at, but I understand why I'm here and what it took to get here. And, what I put up with and what I didn't put up with. And ultimately, I'm here right now because I didn't put up with just being a normal guy. I took a chance. I got out. I saved my money. I worked hard. And I wouldn't accept being normal. I wouldn't do it. And that's why I'm out in this car right now. And if it rains, we're not going to be the normal Porsche owner. We're going to put this thing in wet. And we're still going to be out here getting after it. Look at this guy's house, man. Jesus criminy, dude. I don't know if this is going to come across in the picture, but you got these guys out here in the country that, like, they just put everything in their yard, like everything and anything, you know what I mean? The guy's got enough, like, aluminum siding sitting in his yard to, like, do, like, a full apartment building. He's got campers. He's got broke down cars. Like, the guy's just keeping everything, man. That's what he does. Love ripping it through the turns here. Like on rails, baby, getting it. Just a lot of fun, guys. A lot of fun to drive this car. Every time you're in this thing, you're smiling and happy. My fear always is if I move out here to a rural type area to escape the HOA mindset and, the monotony of everything that goes along with that, like that I'm going to live next to like Jethro and he's got 3 teeth and his whole family are dentally challenged and, he's got, animals that are emaciated in his yard, etc., etc., etc. You guys get my drift. I don't want to live next to that guy. But when you don't live in a controlled environment, that can just happen. So I was actually reading the bylaws for that foreclosure house that's on the lake that I really want, that I took the canoe. If you guys haven't watched that video, make sure you go back and you watch that video to look at the back of the house. I actually bought a canoe to actually, and canoed across a lake so that I could look at the back of a foreclosure house that I'm considering buying for my family. But I was reading the bylaws in the HOA, and like, man, you have to get their permission to cut down a tree that's over 5 inches round. Like, that's just the start of it. Like, no fences. You know, there's just so many different things that you are not allowed to do. And I don't know if I want to live in that environment, man, especially for that, not that kind of money. I'm going to drop big coin on a house, move in a house, pay the HOA dues, and they're going to tell me I can't take a tree down? I don't know, guys. It might not be for me. I also thought about getting like a garage or like a shop where I can kind of store all my toys and work on cars and do different things. But for me, that would have to be close to where I live. I'd love to have it on the same property where I'm at, but it would have to be super close for that whole concept to work for me. All right, guys, we found a caravan. Like, looks like there's a GTR up here. See what's going on with these people, man. I was going to drive past that foreclosure that I don't have the money to buy, but let's get after this, guys. Look, we got a GTR here. He's busting his lights at me. Look at this thing. This thing is sick, dude. Up there we got a Nissan 240. We got a WRX. I'm going to ride in this caravan and see what's happening. These guys are actually going somewhere, it looks like, so let's see what's up. I'm not sure where these guys are going, but they're doing it for sure. I guess we're gonna find out. So we skipped the foreclosure here for a second to follow a GTR. Looks like it's probably a European GTR. It says JDM and it's right-hand drive, which I'm sure is the case here. He's barking like crazy, this guy. Let's see what it is. All right, guys, well, I was trying to catch up with these guys and see what they're doing. Maybe we get a couple pulls in, but they're going too deep for me, so I'm going to turn around and head back towards that foreclosure and get back into our areas. But in the future, we're going to attend some cars and coffees and do some different things, which will be pretty neat. And we can connect with the car community, because that's really what this channel is about. Other than that, just my thoughts and opinions, a little bit of real estate, entrepreneurship, stuff like that. But I can't be driving like 20 miles in the wrong direction to try to meet up with guys I don't know. But yeah. So we're going to turn around here.
Turn left onto Wolf Road. Front K-band.
Look at this thing coming up here. Standing tall. Looks like others got their fancy cars out today too. They're probably on the same mindset as me. Like, you gotta run what you brung, baby. You gotta get after it. Got the C4 Vet up here. Is that what it is? C4, C5? I think it's a C4, I think. But yeah, man, those cars are cool too, man. All right, guys, we're stopping off at a McDonald's here so I can get a coffee. All right, so this foreclosure is in a development. It's a big money house, HOA, has trails, all kinds of stuff out here in Medina. And this is probably like the direction my deal is going in. I don't have the balls to actually do it yet. So the opening bid on this house is $486,000, $10,000 deposit, and the Zillow on this thing is like $799 and it's close to this lake. So there's some pretty nice houses out here, all big money houses, all by a golf course. The golf course kind of runs around the community, and they're all by a lake. I think this one is on the opposite side of the street. But there's actually not a lake house. So, I mean, normal person probably be pretty excited to live here. You know, and this is nicer than the house I currently live in, for sure. But I just don't know if I want to do HOA, man, if I want to do this. Would this be a good house to flip? Possibly. But it'd be a little bit spooky because it's a lot of money. Lots of money. But sometimes when you extend yourself and you invest a lot of money and you take a big leap of faith, it pays off. This is the house right here. I mean, you probably get in this house and it needs almost nothing. Or it's a disaster. Who knows? Huh. Looks like it's ready to go, and the guy's mulching. Why would you be mulching if you're losing your home? I don't know. Maybe this is one of those that's going to just come up with a magic bankruptcy right before the house sells. I have no idea. And that happens sometimes. They file it like late at night, and then they redeem their house, and they make an amendment with the bank, and they're able to keep it. But I don't know. Lake is over there in the middle. Real strict HOA here. A lot of these places are so strict, like you can't have a dog and put up a fence. 6470. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Looks like the guy is actively here at the house and working on it. So not quite sure what that actually means. He's about to come outside too, and we're jocking his house in a Porsche 911 because we're Porsche dad and we daily drive, and that's what we do. That house looks good, man. That house looks good. If you got a bunch of money, that may pay off, because this is definitely a neighborhood that is desirable here, that somebody wants to live in. Maybe, I'm better off at buying something like this than I am buying, these little cheap bangers that I'm buying right now in not so pleasant neighborhoods. I don't know. But to me, I don't know. You let me know what you guys think in the comments. Would you be better off buying a big money house like this and like taking your chance and putting all your eggs in one basket? Or do you think you're better off having two cheapies, 2 or 3 cheapies? I don't know. So far, the cheapies have worked out well for me, and I just think there's more of an audience that can afford cheapies, or inexpensive houses, I guess we'll call them. But I don't know. Maybe on these you make a nice big whack. It's a little bit more relaxing of an environment, better neighborhood. I don't know. Leave in the comments, guys, what you think. What would you do if you were me? Would you step up the level that you're of the playing field that you're dealing with right now, or would you stick with the cheapies that have been working and that they're going to work, and deal with them? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think.